Are you prepared for us to now stake this house out? Like, literally for the next 10 fucking hours. Like, we are not leaving until this car leaves and we know who the fuck this person is in this motherfucking car.
Right.
Okay?
Can you not?
That's right, because Daddy's a dancer and he dances a lot.
Did I say hot? I meant not.
Erroneous! Erroneous on both counts!
Like, what goes on?
In 5, 4,
Ready?
3.
Put your phone down.
I'm putting on. I was
Put
turning
your phone
it
down.
on.
This is live. Yeah, 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 yeah! Welcome to another episode of the What Goes On podcast. I am one of your co-hosts here. Some call me a spiritual advisor, a guru, a leader, the North Star.
I can't.
My name is JonAnthony. You can call me Antoine 9000, Captain Passion, anything like that. Antoine 9000. With someone who I started this podcast with. She's been, we both been missing in action, but her for a little bit longer, okay? Yeah. My co-host,
Amanda Marie.
That is my sister. We are back, as you can hear from the May song. We are back, and we're so fired up right now. I'm gonna have to bleep that, but I'm so fired up right now. It's the energy in this room is electric. We also have a very special guest. Producer Stephanie is back. Give her a round of applause, everybody. She's back. She's ready. The whole family's here, okay? It's a special fucking event. Guys, here's the fucking deal, okay? Let's just get right into it. Lots of things are the deal.
Yeah.
Okay? We've been gone for a while, and we realize that, and we apologize, right? From the deepest depths of our heart. I feel we left people hanging.
It was stupid.
It's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you without a dope beat to step to. Step two. Shout out Aaliyah. Shout out Timbaland. Listen. So you want to say why we've been...
You can start it.
Okay.
Then...
So this is basically what happened here, okay? Everything was good. Everything was dandy. Life was proceeding how life proceeds, right? Time is linear, and it was just fucking going, right? Doesn't stop for nobody. And then, we went through... And when I say we, I really mean Amanda.
But I brought the whole family with me.
She went through what I would later on describe as a mental breakdown. I mean, I'm using a little bit of hyperbole there. It's not a full mental breakdown.
Right.
She was just going through some stuff, right? And
because the last episode we recorded with me in it was about me supposedly moving to Texas, like as if that was actually going to happen.
Right. And she didn't, because she's here. She didn't, thank God. Thank God. And when she says thank God, she really means thank me.
Yes.
But that is for another day anyway. So yeah, we missed Christmas with you guys. We missed New Year's. And we're really, really sorry, but we were just going through a family turmoil, and we hope you understand. And it's not just like a little bit of family turmoil, okay?
Okay, so it was my drama on top of...
It was all Amanda's drama.
Always.
But, I didn't want to be the one to be like, oh, we got to record when, she's, going through a psychiatric break.
Yeah,
you know what
depressed, not eating, lost fucking 30 fucking pounds.
Right.
No big deal.
No big deal. And I love the podcast. We both love the podcast. But at some point, you got to just go, sister might end up in a straitjacket in a couple of days.
There was
I might need to pump the brakes.
Yeah.
So I want to thank Jill for stepping in. She did a lot of episodes. Shout out.
Yeah.
She did some Bachelor episodes. But we just had to take a break, okay? We had to regather the troops.
I had to get back together.
We had to retreat for a little bit, right? In the American Revolution, we retreated, right? Yeah. We crossed the Delaware River. Cannot believe I remember that. Okay.
I don't even know what you're talking about, but yeah.
We retreated when the Redcoats came. And it was... people think that's a sign of weakness, but it was a sign of strategery. Shout out. Anyway, but we're back. It's a new year. Welcome to the new year, 2021. We're here. We're alive. Everything's good. And also, right when Amanda breaks through her psychiatric break and the family thinks it's all good, my friend, and I'm going to say his name, fucking... I'm going to have to bleep that, comes over... Right? For my fucking birthday, which it was only him and my other friend, and gives our entire family fucking COVID. The entire family. I think.
I don't know, because somebody also at mommy's job, like 7 people at mommy's job also tested positive.
It's fine. I like to blame it. I like to blame
Should have got it from the people at mommy's job.
When I say the whole family got COVID, I mean literally the whole family. And we're Puerto Rican, so everyone's over here every day.
Yes.
Me, COVID. You,
Me,
COVID.
My son,
you, COVID.
Stephanie,
The baby,
COVID.
COVID.
My son.
Our other sister, COVID. Mom, COVID. Dad, COVID. Aunt, COVID.
Everyone.
Brother-in-law, COVID. Nephew, COVID.
Yep. Everybody. Our aunt, our cousin.
Aunt, cousin, our living aunt,
Yes.
COVID.
Yeah, we all got it.
The one that makes collard greens that you guys eat at the party? And the chicken wings?
Yeah.
Yeah, COVID. You almost fucking killed her, okay? Those chicken wings that you eat during my parties would have been gone.
We would have never had those again.
Ever. Again.
No. But
here's the
thankfully,
thing.
We've been okay.
Everyone's through it.
Yeah.
No one's dead
Amen.
yet.
Right.
Here's the thing. No one makes it out of this thing alive. This thing called life. Everyone dies at some point.
Right.
We just didn't want to die right now.
Now.
We have some things to do. So everyone beat COVID. Right when we're about to fire up, everyone gets COVID. And, like, I never really get sick, ever. Because I'm just an absolute fucking stallion steed. And I was, like, actually sick. Yeah. My, like, legs hurt. I would walk up those stairs right now, and I get that I'm obese. Yeah. But, like, I walked up one flight of stairs, and I felt my legs were in, like, if you just dunked me in lava. They hurt so bad. I had a very bad sinus fucking headache. So did mommy. Other than that, we were good. I didn't even cough.
Yeah,
I was a little tired, but I think we were all good. I had no sense of taste or smell for a little bit.
Yeah, that happened.
What happened to you? What were your symptoms?
I was really tired, like muscle aches for like the first day
muscle
or two.
Aches too?
But then like that was it. Once I tested, the day that I tested positive, I was like steam cleaning, vacuuming. I was like rearranging the house. I was totally fine. But then like getting up in the morning, I was like super tired. The baby was sneezing for like the first 2 days.
Is he still a psycho though?
Non-stop. I've been trapped in this house with this child for 2 weeks now, and I want to kill myself. Like like it. Not only did it not slow him down, I actually think it like sped him up.
Like
he's doing flips on my couch. Like he was like, it was a lot. It was a lot. He's going back to school Monday. Thank God. I can't fucking wait to send him a thought. I can't.
But at least it was just you and the kid.
But not only that, thankfully we're okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
everyone's
saying?
good.
Like I can't even complain about literally anything. Like people died
which brings
from
us to this. I won't say who it is.
Okay.
But I will say who the other person is. So someone in our family, I'm not going to say who it is. Not even a little hint.
Okay.
Had to take a quick trip to the hospital.
Right.
Because she wasn't feeling well, and we just want to be extra safe.
Right.
Because she had corona.
Right.
She or he. It could be he. Who knows?
Right.
That person was like, okay, I have to go to the hospital. So our mother, being the caretaker that she is, goes to this person's house.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck, like, you know, she's like, we have to get her, right? So they call an ambulance. Right. Right? Right. Because she needs help, like, getting up. At this point, we're, like, freaking out a little bit.
Right, I wasn't.
So, did mommy tell you the story?
I don't know. Well, I didn't hear it.
She calls the fucking ambulance, right?
Yeah.
We're in the heat of COVID, right? So when the ambulance gets called, you know, something, okay.
Okay, so here it is. So the person that JonAnthony is referencing to didn't feel good at all, like no energy, on the floor, crying, like totally defeated.
Right.
And she felt like she couldn't get up. So
that's why you call the ambulance.
Right. Like,
because if she could get up, she would get into a fucking car
so
and drive to the hospital. That's why we called the fucking ambulance.
Mommy goes there because mommy was like, no, I'll put her in the car and we'll go to the hospital. But when mommy got there, she was kind of like, oh, this person like really doesn't feel good. So then they called the ambulance comes, and now this person like kind of like sits up, like doesn't even get off the floor, but like sits up, and the fucking EMT looks at her and is like, oh, so you can get up. So you can. Uh-huh. These are the people. These are our first responders. Okay?
Yeah, mommy's telling me the story, and she's like, yeah, the person doesn't even want to go close. The EMT doesn't want to go near the person who needs to go to that. Right. We calling the fucking ambulance. You need help. They're looking at her like, can you even get up?
She can't get up.
It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you, right? So apparently, correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know if you were there or not, but the way mommy tells me the story, the guy is just being a complete sea sucker.
Yeah.
A complete sea sucker the entire fucking time. It's like, it's height of COVID and you're dealing with someone, right? So they finally get her up and get her in the back of the ambulance, right? So my mom is fucking, you know, our mom is fucking Puerto Rican. She be calling fucking Carnival Cruise Lines because they're fucking, she's just a hothead. She needs to be like, you know what I'm saying? You cannot take advantage of her because she will fight you, right? You know what I'm saying? So she goes up, she's like, JonAnthony, I was trying to bite my tongue. I didn't want to cause a big stink because, like, this person's taking her. Like, she could fucking jab him with fucking AIDS or something. You know what I mean? Like, so my mom's trying to bite her tongue, trying to be nice. She can't contain herself anymore. She's fucking steaming.
Yeah, because how
and I can tell.
Fuck you.
You're supposed to help people. So she goes up to the guy. She goes, what's your name? And he goes, why? And mom goes, because you're a fucking dick.
She said asshole.
She said asshole because
you're an asshole.
Because you're an asshole. To the fucking EMT. She goes, what's your name? He goes, why? Because you're an asshole. Just like that.
Wouldn't give the name.
With a family member in the back of the fucking car he's driving.
No, I know.
So she goes to the other side of the guy who's driving, and she goes, what's his name? The guy doesn't even look at her, just straightforward. Hands on the wheels. She goes, he wouldn't even look at me.
I know.
10 and 2,
He
staring
had
straight.
one job, though. He had one job. Like,
What a piece of shit.
He came to take her and didn't even want to, like what?
I know,
goes
it's
on?
fucked up.
Apparently, I guess he felt bad, and when they were in the ambulance, she goes, listen, can you tell that person that I'm very sorry? And
I didn't know that part.
Mommy tells me that.
Oh,
they
okay.
go, he apologizes, he goes, tell them I'm very sorry.
Feel
I
a little bit
just this, that, because he must have been shook that she was
Yeah,
gonna
because
call.
we have your
And
number.
then she comes and she goes, oh, he's fucked, because I missed the call, and I can't wait, I'm gonna call him back on Monday, because he's fucked.
She needs
what
to
an
complain.
asshole.
You guys are first, I can't.
He didn't give her his name.
Which I don't even think, typical.
Is that fucking legal?
Typical first responder fucking bullshit.
Bullshit. Anyway, so yeah, we all survived COVID.
Yeah, so yeah, we're good.
And we're good on that front. We're so immune. We're so strong. And now we can't die. Now it's impossible for death to fucking get us. And I wasn't gonna drink, but here we are.
No, so you even thought, because we were kind of like, where did the COVID come from? Who gave us the COVID? And JonAnthony liked to bring up that I had recently traveled. So, okay. So my whole traveling story, thankfully I wasn't around a lot of people. I did get on a plane, but I didn't, first off, going to an airport and going on a plane is probably safer than going to Walmart right now. Like, I'm not even kidding. There was like nobody in the airport, whatever.
Right.
So.
Right.
All right, so my girlfriend, who will remain nameless, she was dating this guy for a couple of years. He moves out of state.
Real quick. If you're doing the dishes, if you're in the car, pull the fuck over, because this is gonna be a wild ride. What she's about to say is going to be a wild ride. So
all during COVID. Not while I had COVID.
Up!
I didn't have COVID while this happened. It was before
This is
that.
right after the mental break, before the COVID. That's the timeline here. Shoot.
Okay. So my girlfriend's dating this guy, and he moved to, I don't know. Where did he move? I don't remember the town. Okay, I won't even say it. Either way. So she tells me what's going on with them, and they're going through some turmoil. He's acting shady. She doesn't know what's going on. And I was like, no, that sounds crazy. He's totally fucking talking to somebody else, because I can tell he's acting brand fucking new. So I'm like, let's just go, figure out what's going on. And she's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, we will buy flight tickets to his state, and we will fucking go see what the fuck is going on.
Beep. Pause. Let's just clarify that again. This isn't like he lives in Smithtown. Let's go take a drive by his house.
Well, whatever.
Her friend goes, what do you mean? Because you can't possibly mean you mean literally go there.
No, because she's like so sweet and innocent. It's like, stop. Like, we're never going to get to the bottom of it unless we get to the fucking bottom.
So Amanda goes, no. I mean, let's
go there.
Google JetBlue or wherever the fuck.
Southwest.
Because we're going there.
All right. Thankfully, it was like $99 to go. So whatever. Either way, we bought tickets. I said, we're going fucking down there. We're going to rent a fucking car. We're going to fucking stake this fucking guy's fucking house out. And we're going to see, like, why he's being a dick all of a sudden. Because things were good. She was like, he might move back here. I might move back there. They were, like, planning their future. And then all of a sudden, he wanted to act brand new. I said, no, let's go fucking find out what the fuck is going on.
Right.
So we fucking fly down there. All right? We fly down there. We get in a rental. We go to the hotel. So whatever, we ate, whatever. we get in the rental car. The first night we stake the house out. We're down the block. We're staking the house out. There's no activity.
They're in another state, in a rental car, staking out.
And then we had like masks on, fucking hats on.
Just because of COVID.
On, like all of that.
Oh my
all of
God.
that. So the first
How
night,
close are you to the house when you're staking out?
I would say about 3 houses away.
Oh my God.
But like we were in a rental, like, and it was dark out, like you couldn't tell.
My God, it's
You couldn't
amazing.
tell. So there's no activity at the house at
Is
this
she
point.
freaking out because she was hesitant to do all this? And you were the whole time like, let's go,
Yeah,
go.
well, at first.
And then she
but
was
then
in.
once
She
we were
was in.
sitting in front of the house, she's realizing, like, there's no activity, nothing's going on, no one sees us, no one cares. And it was like, at that point, it was like, this kind of sucks, because, like, what are we even
Nothing's
doing?
even happened, right?
Right. So the first night was, like, stupid. We go fucking back to the hotel. The next morning, I said, no, fuck that. We're going to go drive past the house again. So we had driven by the house like about 3 or 4 times that day during the daylight, because you never know. But nothing was happening. But nothing was happening. No one cared. So then that night, I was like, okay, so I had, obviously being best friends with somebody, you know more. I can't get into like every detail, but she was explaining to me like kind of like his pattern that she noticed that changed. So like after like 9 o'clock, was when she was like, oh, he would like kind of stop texting me as much as he was. So I'm like, okay.
Surefire sign.
So she told me that on Facebook, he was like selling different items. So I'm like, okay, here it is. He's on Facebook Marketplace. We're going to make a fake Facebook.
Oh my God.
Okay? And we're going to pretend to be a potential seller. So
Buyer.
that we can, oh yeah, potential seller. Buyer. Why can't I say fucking buyer? Buyer. So that we know that he's home when we want to do the stakeout.
Oh my God.
So I made a fake Facebook and I pretended I wanted to buy the barber chair that he was selling. So I'm like, hey, like, are you still selling the barber chair? And he's like, yeah, it's still available. I'm like, okay, great.
Are you doing all this when you're literally staring at his house?
No, this was during the day.
Okay, so you're setting it up. You're setting it up.
Yeah, so now it's the next day. We're like, okay, last night there was no activity. Now what if tonight there's no activity? Like, what if he's out all day with her? Because she's like, I think he's like talking to somebody else or whatever because he's being shady. So I'm like, no, well, we'll see if he's going to be home. So we're like, hey, like, is this barber chair still available? He's like, yeah, it is. We're like, okay, can we pick it up? Can I pick it up? And it's so funny because the fake Facebook I made, there was like, I was a guy like in a barber chair, like shaving hair. Like, yeah, like I'll come by it or whatever. So like, can I come pick it up? I'm like, my last appointment for the haircut is at 7:30, so I could probably be by you by 8. Is that
You
good?
pretend
He's
to be a barber with
Yeah, well-
appointments?
yeah, because we want the barber chair. I didn't have fitting though.
She goes, my last appointment is 7:30.
Yeah, so I was like, maybe I can be by you by like 8.
She's like, I don't know,
8:15.
7:45 by
Yeah.
the time I clean up my shop.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's so
Oh my
hilarious.
God, that's
no, right.
fucking
So he was like,
hilarious.
no, I'll be home. Let me know. So I'm like, okay, great. So we're like, he's gonna be home at 8 o'clock. So we know that we're good. So right before we leave the hotel, it's probably like 8 o'clock. It's like getting dark there now. Well, it's past dark now. But we messaged the person and we're like, hey, my wife took the truck, so we can't come pick it up tonight. But it's 8 o'clock. We know he's home because he's thinking that he's selling this barber chair at 8 o'clock.
You know he's home because he thinks. So you
Right.
at the last minute just to make sure he's
Right,
home.
so
you
right
go,
before we go to his house, 5 minutes
the
before
fake
we go to
person
his
goes,
house, hey,
yeah,
just letting you
wife
know,
took the truck.
can't come tonight. Wife took the truck. Maybe tomorrow. Send. So then we jet to his house. His car is there. But now there's this white little SUV in front of the car. And I'm like, whose fucking car is that? She's like, he lives by himself and his child who doesn't drive, so whose fucking car is it?
Oh,
so I drive, you know me, because I'm in control. Because if I would have let her drive, forget it. She would be like, I can't. I'm like, no. So we drove really close. The fucking car had like a pink license plate trim, so it's like, obviously it's not a dude.
Fucking 17?
Yeah.
Oh my
So
God.
now it's like 8:15, so I'm like, no, fuck that. It's like, that's totally a chick. We're fucking staking the fucking house out. Bet. So so he lives in like a development where like there's only one way out and there's only one way in, but there's like many different roads to get out.
Like Ballard Circle.
I guess people that don't live on Long Island wouldn't know what that is, but it's like there's a light to get into the place, and then there's like many roads, and it's this whole development, but it's the only way that you can get out.
Right.
So I'm like, fuck it. So we park here, and it's by the mailboxes. I guess that development or that road has like a box of mailboxes.
Right, for everyone who
Now
lives
it's
near.
it's Sunday fucking night, so I'm like, who's getting? First off, the mail doesn't even come on Sunday, and now it's 8:30. Who the fuck is checking the mail at 8:30? So I'm like,
So you think this is a safe spot?
Yeah, I'm
Right.
thinking like, okay, we're
But
good.
but his house is within sight distance.
Oh, 100%.
Wait, do you guys have like tinted windows in
No, we're in a rental, but it's dark out. So we're
First of all, real quick to pause, if anyone is parked here for more than 30 seconds, I go, Mom's like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah,
And I go, who the
Mom's
fuck
like,
is that? If you even drive like too slow, it's
No.
a dead end, and we're at the end here.
Well, but
and you're
that's why it
supposed to drive
becomes
slow.
suspicious.
And if anyone drives too slow, we go, what the fuck
no,
is
but
we go, what the fuck is that?
but that's what's cool about
They're in
being-
broad daylight.
No,
now it's
no,
dark.
no.
But they have no disguises. You should have put on a fake
No,
nose.
we had
or something.
hoodies on.
Hoodies on.
So
That's even
So-
more suspicious.
no,
Look at the
but what
window.
was cool
Who are these
about
two
where
fuckers with hoodies on? It's not raining. And they're sitting by the mailboxes.
I know, so shady. And I'll tell you why the shadiness became apparent, because we're so chill, like no one can see. We're invisible with our hoodies
Right.
on. We're thinking
You're like
at this
J-Lo in
point.
Enough.
Right. So that's
Great
what
movie.
it felt like.
Shout out J-Lo.
So we're parked by these mailboxes, and what was cool was that where the mailboxes was, it was a side of someone's house who had no windows and a large fence. It's like
Beautiful.
we're not parked in front of anyone's house per se,
Right,
except for the
you're just
person that's
literally
across
on
the
the
street.
street.
Lights are off. No one even cares.
Perfect.
So we're there, and then all of a sudden, like, I'm parked here, lights are off, whatever.
Oh, yes.
This minivan comes swerving up right in front of us and parks in front of us. And I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck is going on? And I look
Behind
up.
you or the lights
No,
are
no,
on you?
no. He pulled up like that, like almost hit the car and everything. I look, and I was like, this Asian guy gets out. He turns the key, takes his mail out. I'm like, oh, I guess he's getting the mail
my
on
God.
Sunday.
How
Okay,
nervous
no big
were
deal.
you?
Shitting breath. So he leaves, whatever. So now I'm like, this car, like, if this is a chick that he's hanging out with, it's fucking 9 o'clock. Like, where the fuck is she going? She's probably going to
obviously
spend the
staying
night.
there,
Because that's
right.
what I said. So I'm like, are you prepared for us to now stake this house out? Like, literally for the next 10 fucking hours. Like, we are not leaving until this car leaves and we know who the fuck this person is in this
Right.
motherfucking car.
Right.
Okay? So we're there. Half an hour goes by. 45 minutes go by.
Oh my
An
God.
hour goes by. Now
Oh
it's
my-
like 9:45. No time has gone by at all. It's been like a fucking hour. I'm like, we might be here till 3 o'clock in the fucking morning, so buckle up. All of a sudden, this car comes because he lives like in a cul-de-sac. So imagine like a circle, and it's like 1, 2, 3, his house, and then it's the road. So we're over here.
Right.
Right. So there's another road here. A car comes down this road. I don't even know where the fucking car comes from. All of a sudden, the car parks right in front of us with the fucking high beams on, blaring in the car, and I'm like, oh my God. So now I'm like, we're both like this in the car. We're like,
Oh my God.
shit. I'm like, I don't know.
You're
I
fucked.
don't-
You're made. You're fucked.
No, but the lights were so.
They were so bright that
so
you knew
bright.
you knew that it was like
It was
we
over.
got you.
It was
over.
over.
We got you.
So we're leaning like this in the car, and I'm like, oh my God.
Oh
Oh my
my
God. I'm like, this
God.
person needs to fucking shut their lights off. This person needs to fucking shut their lights off. Because our lights are off.
Yeah.
So those lights looking into this car, you can see perfectly. Had I had my lights on, it would have canceled out. We both.
So they can
but-
see you, but you can't see them because it's
Beautifully.
right.
They can probably tell how my eyebrows look, if I have lip gloss on, everything. So then I look up a little bit, and the person gets out of the car and then goes into the house over there. And I go, all right, so I think we're good. I wish they would turn these lights up. And then I'm like, whatever, fuck it. I go up, and I look at the house. The fucking white SUV is gone. In a minute and 30 seconds, while those high beams were on us,
It sounds like a
whatever
movie, right?
fucking
What?
car was parked in front of that guy's fucking house is now gone. How?
It's a setup.
I go, how the
Had to
fuck?
be a setup.
So now I'm freaking out. I'm like, I know we didn't just stake this house for the past 2 fucking hours to now lose this person. So I fucking throw the car in reverse.
What are the chances right when that person shows up?
No, like it was crazy. I swear to God, it was so fucking bizarre. So I throw the car in the reverse. I make a left. I see no cars in sight. I'm driving. And remember, there's only one way out of here. So I get to the light out of the development. There's no one in front of me. I'm like, what the actual fuck? I can't make a left in the light. So I make a right. The whole block, God is so good. The block is fucking bare. I'm like, it's been so quick that if they just left that car and made a right out of the development, I would be able to see because there's only a light right ahead. Unless she went to Walmart or the gas station, which she didn't.
Like you're saying, you're so hot on her tail that she,
Right, that she
you made
didn't-
a right and there was no one there, so
No one
she
there.
couldn't have made
She
a
didn't
right.
make a right. So I did fucking 80. I did fucking 87 and I go, oh, she's nowhere. I fucking bust the UE and now I'm doing fucking 100.
Oh my
I
God.
swear to God, doing
So
a
you're
fucking
trying to hunt her
100.
down. You're trying to hunt her
Oh,
down.
100%.
Is
So,
your friend bugging, or she?
oh yeah.
Now at this point,
No.
She's in it. She's in it.
She's
now.
in it, but at the same time, she's not like me. She's
Right.
very like, oh my god,
Right.
and I'm like, no, fuck this.
We're catching her.
Fuck this is. So I fucking busted you, and now I'm doing like fucking 100 down the road. We get to a red light. There's the fucking white SUV. I said, yes, we fucking found this motherfucker. So now I'm following this fucking white SUV, making a right.
How close are you to her?
I tried to trail back a little bit, but it becomes hard at some point.
Like Grand Theft Auto, you can't get too close.
But we don't want to be too far.
Right.
Now a car's jumping in front of me. Is she there? Where? Whatever.
Oh my
So now I'm following this car for like almost 20, 25 minutes. It was a while.
Don't you start noticing though? Like,
That's what I said. And I'm like, can she tell? Can she not tell? I don't fucking know.
Oh my God.
So we follow. So then finally, we're like, oh, okay, she just turned into a fucking apartment complex. I'm like, we got her.
We got her.
She turns and I'm like, yo, what if there's a fucking gate? So she turns, there's no gate. Oh, thank God. She's driving down the road. She makes a left. I make a left. It's a fucking parking garage with a steel motherfucking gate. I go, we're fucked. We're fucked. She fucking turns in. She must have pressed the button. The beeper went up. I went like this. Right behind her. I followed her ass right into the... Of course, because I didn't come all this way to now be stuck behind a steel fucking gate.
Oh,
fuck that.
So you
I'm
rode
like
her ass just to.
Yup,
so
I
the
got
one
right
beat.
in.
Oh my God.
She opened the gate. I went like this, right in, and I'm going around and around.
Oh.
So now we get to the third or fourth
Now
floor.
you're following her up the fucking ramps.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So she parks.
How does this person? Does she has to know?
Is she like dumb?
She's fucking stupid.
Okay, go.
So
Okay.
she parks the car. I said, listen, at this point, we don't know if it's a guy or girl or what. So I get out of the car, look, I go, just so you know, it's a female. So she gets out of the car. She approaches her. Whatever conversation was had about what were you doing at his house, I'm his girlfriend, whatever, they exchange words and whatever.
You didn't want to go out to it because you didn't want to.
No,
you didn't want to be like, she's not getting jumped.
No, of course not.
Right.
No, they had conversations as women, like, you know, like I guess.
You were just there for a little backup just in case something happened.
Know this. So they had a
God.
conversation, and I guess the girl was like, oh my God, I had like no idea you exist. Like, oh my God. And then my girlfriend was like, okay, but I've been dating him for like years and blah, 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 whatever. So they like had words or whatever. So then we get back, so she comes back in the car, we leave, and he's like blowing up her phone at this point because he's kind of like, you're crazy, whatever.
So so the girl obviously texts
runs
him.
back to the guy. I mean, she just left his house fucking 10 fucking minutes ago.
Oh my God.
Don't play with me, because we're going to get to the bottom of it.
Okay, so
like,
what
I don't
happened?
care.
You just pack up, leave, and fucking fly back home?
Well, I'm leaving her fucking apartment. I get fucking pulled over. I'm like, she called the cops. This pussy ass bitch called the cops.
Wait. You leave the establishment of where she lives.
Yeah, and I got pulled over.
And you guys get pulled over.
Yeah, so I pulled over. He's on his loudspeaker. Get off the highway! I'm like, there's like only fucking highways, you cocksucker. So I'm like driving. Finally, I found a side road. He's like, and I'm like, hi, officer. And he's like, yeah, do you know why I'm pulling you over? And I'm like, no idea. He's like, your back lights are out. I'm like, shut up. I'm in a rental. I thought they were like
How
automatic.
scared were you that the cops were for you? That we just caught you stalking
harassing,
somebody.
following. I don't even
like,
know.
though, like, imagine
I don't
if you were,
even
like psycho though. Like imagine if you were like a killer.
No, well, I
like,
think about it.
Okay,
all
so
the
you
time.
got pulled over, and
Yeah.
how'd that go? Tell me how it went.
He was cool about it.
What'd you say? He goes, your back lights are out?
And I go,
Why didn't you go, this is a fucking rental? There's no way they're out.
He goes, your back lights aren't on. I go, shut up. I go, I'm in a rental. I thought it was like automatic. Like, I don't even know how to work this car. And I'm like, wait. And I like turn the thing. I'm like, are they on now? How about now? He's like, license and registration. So I give him my license. I give him his license. He's gone for like 10 fucking minutes, which feels like 10 years.
At that point, do you still think that he's because of that?
No, because
You
he said
know.
it was the lights.
But you didn't think he was lying? Just
No.
said, oh, okay.
No, so he comes back and gives me a white piece of paper. I go, oh my God, I don't live here. Like, am I have to go to court? He's like, no, it's just a warning. And I was like, okay. So, and I'm like, are the lights on now, though? Because, like, I really don't know how to work the car. Like, I don't even know what's happening. He was like, no, you're good now. He's like, oh, you're from New York? What are you doing out here? And I'm like, visiting friends. I'm seeing friends for sure.
Oh, my
Visiting
God.
friends. It was the scariest day of my fucking life. But we were good. We went back to the hotel and we went home and she got the answers that she needed. But had it not been for me, she probably would still be playing along this game. I'm not with the shits. Like, we need to get to the bottom of shit. Really. And if that
I
means
know,
flying
okay,
to
here's
another
the
state, then we
deal.
fly to another state and we figure it out. Like,
And I know people are probably thinking at this point, these two bitches are fucking nuts. But you gotta understand where we come from, okay? You gotta understand.
that's tragic.
You gotta understand
that's
the
gonna
family.
have to be a whole other episode.
Yeah, it is. It is. No, it is. Because you gotta understand the family that we come from. Because something like that is really not too far out of the ordinary from the kind of
Sounds like a
females
regular
that
night.
birthed us. You
Yeah.
understand here? Crazy. I don't want to
But how
give
is
too
it-
much details, and I won't because it's not my story to tell. But I can tell you this: I personally, as a young child, have been involved in multiple drive-bys and or schemes and plots to catch someone in the act of doing something, and I will just leave it at that, okay?
Wow.
And I wasn't 20, right?
like 6 and a
I
half.
was like 10, and then it happened again when I was like 14, and then probably again when I was 18. I've been personally involved in plots and schemes to catch people in the act. I'm talking about different cars. I'm talking about drive-by. I'm talking about hats, sunglasses. I'm talking the whole fucking 9 yards, okay?
That's how-
So that's how we were raised, just so everyone's aware, okay? We take things to the extreme, and when we want answers, we
get
just
them.
want answers.
And we also get them.
Do you think it's too much? And we can cut this out if we need to.
What?
Do you think it's too much to tell this? Do you ever did
Don't say names. Give me hints.
well we'll cut this part regardless. Did Mom, we're back, ever tell you this? Can we tell that? Did she ever tell you when she was just she knew her boyfriend was scheming? We'll bleep it out. We'll bleep it out because
she went. No,
wait.
she had a feeling something was going on.
Wait.
She found his car.
Wait.
She went into the car.
Someone in our family, okay, had a suspicion that their significant other was creeping. So this person decides, I'm gonna catch this motherfucker.
Yeah, we always
whether he fucking knows it or not, right?
always do.
So what does
We
she
know
do?
this.
She finds this motherfucker's car.
Yep.
Somehow gets into the car.
Back in the day, they
Back
didn't
in
lock
the day.
cars like they do now.
Gets into the car.
Lays
Lays down in the back seat and
on the
puts
floor.
on the floor and puts a blanket over herself.
Sits there.
So
waits it
she
out.
knows she goes.
You never heard the
At
story?
some point, the guy's gonna come in the car and drive
And
to
go
the
to the
bitch's
bitch's
house.
His car.
Yeah,
Yes.
because it was a female in her family. She goes into her boyfriend. She opens the back seat.
This-
lays on the floor. You know where the seat floor.
Lays on the floor and puts a blanket over herself
He eventually
and
gets
just
in the
waits and waits
In the back or
and
like
in the
the-
back in the
Oh my
back.
God, I can't.
The guy gets in the car, doesn't know she's there, drives to the fucking female's house.
Yup.
Our family member springs out. Now she knows where the bitch lives. It's just like
No, but
that's
it was,
just
no. But I think that more of the story was that it was like an apartment thing. So then
Right.
was that it? I don't know if this was the same story.
Something,
I
yeah.
might be getting the stories
combining
mixed
two.
up,
You're
but
right.
she goes into the apartment. So that person goes in. She gets out of the car. Eventually, it's like an apartment building. It's like the projects, and we don't know what apartment he went into. So she goes up and down every hallway and waits to hear his voice at every fucking door.
Psycho.
And I guess he was like laughing so hard that she eventually heard him in someone's apartment. Open up, motherfucker.
I had no what happened.
Surprise, surprise.
Yep.
And then things happen, and
But
then
how'd she
things
get
happen.
out the car though?
She,
But this
she
is
was in
back
the
in the
car.
day.
You
You
can't
know
get locked in
this
a
is
car.
back in the day.
Talking
This
like
is
the-
back in the
like
day
the
before
roll
like
windows like that?
She was
Exactly.
in the car.
When cars still had
I'm
like
thinking, like,
no, but she's
automatic
thinking like
locked doors,
automatic.
this
No,
is like-
that wasn't
Even if
a
you're
thing.
in the
Automatic-
car, you can always get out of a car. You're inside.
No, that's not
Not
true.
necessarily.
Because my car.
This was fucking
Well, that's what I'm
1978.
saying. Okay, before she was born, so I'm
roll
trying to
windows.
explain to
Oh,
her what
right,
cars looked
right.
like back then.
Right,
We had
right.
the crank window. She could have
So
climbed out of the fucking window at that
that's the
point.
kind of humans we were bred
Right.
from.
Yeah, so here
So
I am.
we're not normal. You
No.
understand?
No.
Like
We're
that's
not. We're
you know.
not. Here
And
I
I
am.
again, I've been personally involved in a couple drive-bys.
No, me too.
A couple car
I
switches.
know. But why do you think I'm the way that I am? Okay? Hello, I had an ex-boyfriend. I've had an
we
ex-boyfriend.
might have to cut this as well, but I have a story here, and everyone will remain nameless, okay? This is a personal story here. So we're at the house one day, right? And somebody goes, JonAnthony, I want you to come with me. And I go, what's up? We have to do something. I go, everything okay? not gonna have to do something.
Oh my god.
And I go, I'm down. I go, I'm down. I'm probably
11.
14.
Oh, okay, 14.
Probably 13, 14, right? I'm probably in like 7th, 8th grade, right? I go, I'm down, you know, I'm fuck it, you know? I'm at this point, I'm cool, I'm a fucking strong kid. Anyway, we take a little trip, right? We take a little stroll, and we park in front of somebody's house, you understand me? And the person I'm with, I'm in the passenger seat, the person I'm with is in almost a full disguise. Hat, glasses, like completely, you can't even tell if it's a female or a male. You can't,
Nice.
right?
Right up
so
my
that
alley.
person goes to the other person, right? The person that we're visiting has told the person I'm with that they're out of town. They're not even supposed to be in the same state right now. You understand me? So as
they're
soon as
so here.
as soon as we see the car, we go, "Oh, this motherfucker."
motherfucker.
So number one, you're lying already. Even if nothing's there, you're still lying because you're supposed to be out of town. You understand? So this person gets out of the car, you know, full camo, right?
Cognito, yeah.
Knocks on the door. Nothing.
I'm done.
I'm in the car. Knocks on the door. The person
Who's supposed to be out of town?
out of town opens
the
the door. The person I'm with sees a female in a towel running into the bathroom and closes the door. Now the person I'm with busts open the front
don't
door.
let that shit happen to me.
Busts
because I'm
open the
going to
front
jail.
door. Busts open the front door.
I'm done.
And now the person's screaming, "What are you doing here?" And the person I'm with goes, "I saw this bitch." And she's slamming on the fucking bathroom door. Slamming, almost breaks this shit down, right? Now, I'm still in the car. I find out this after, but this is what's happening there. She ain't opening the door. This bitch in the towel.
Okay,
she ain't
kick
opening
the
the door.
door.
And now the
door
guy
down.
is like, "I'm going to call the cops."
Call
so
the
she
cops.
bails, right? She found out the information she needed. Some bitch is naked in a motherfucking towel. You're supposed to be
no,
out of
I'm
town.
not leaving.
All
I
the
want-
information is
What's her
here,
name?
but
Like
here's the
social? Like,
here's the
that's-
no
I'm
here's the
talking
wait
about
here's the
TLC
best.
burning the
Here's
house
the
down
best.
at this
Here's the
point.
best.
Okay.
My person
Left
comes
eye.
running from the backyard because this person lives in the basement. Running from the backyard, hops in the car, and now the fucking guy comes into the car, looks at me, sees me, and tries to open the door. Opens the door as we're moving. I have to slam the door shut because he's trying to get in the car. I'm 14, 13. And I go, nope. I go, poof. I slam the door shut. I go, go. And we peel off, and I look at the river. He's just standing in the middle of the road. That's where we come from,
No,
okay?
it is. It's so crazy. Yeah, and I have endless stories about being a
Endless.
witness to that, and I think
And we'll
that's
save those.
why.
We'll save those.
That's why I am the way that I am.
And that's why we are the way that we are.
Yep.
Because that's the DNA that is inside of
Yep.
us, and there's just no getting it out.
Yep.
He opens. I will never forget the day. And
That's
then,
like the real
oh,
shit. When I like I said, somebody
Girl.
that listens to this pod, who's a really good friend of mine, who I dated when we were children, I totally I knew something was up,
Jonathan?
and I called his phone. Yeah, called his
That,
phone.
that was a no, by the way.
He didn't pick
That was a
up,
no.
and I eventually broke into his voicemail. I put in
remember
every
this.
code. What a stupid fucking.
She
code.
tries
It was
every
his
code?
it was his name. It was
She
fucking
guesses
his name.
voicemail password.
That's
Back in
it.
the day
Yeah.
where you would call your own phone to check your own messages.
Voicemails,
yeah.
right.
You would
Yeah.
call your phone and it would. You weren't even alive back
You
then.
weren't
I don't
even a
think.
thought.
To check your voicemail, you'd have to call your own phone, put in your password, and then you
Yeah.
could listen to your messages or whatever. She guessed the password.
Yeah, it was so easy. It was his name. It was the initials to his name.
Right, we got it.
Yeah, so then these chicks are leaving him messages, so I knew he was cheating on me.
Anyway, what a hard
Yeah.
pivot there.
No, but that's just the pattern of behavior,
That's
just
right,
to know
that's
where
where
I
we
came
come
from.
from.
We're breaking into emails, we're following people,
Right,
we're
we're in-
hiding
we're
in
in
the backseat of
disguise,
cars,
we're
we're
disguised.
flying out of state
We're
and
in
staking
disguise.
houses out.
Right.
That's where we
That's
are.
where we come from.
Yeah, just to
That's
give you
right.
a gist.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
I will never forget that day
Yeah.
because it was so electric.
That's crazy.
That's just one.
Yeah. Well, we're crazy. Like it. You want to take a quick break?
Yep.
Okay.
Guys,
And
we'll be right back.
And lick it good.
And we're back. Guys, I think we're going to sign off here shortly here.
Yeah, probably.
But again, we just want to reiterate, and if you made this far on the podcast, you're a true fan because probably you stopped watching by now. But actually, probably not because we had some good stories.
That was a good story. A lot's gone. Like it's been a shit show.
No, it's been wild,
and it's sad because we probably should have documented all of that because it would have been a lot.
No, it was pretty wild.
But we're good. We survived COVID. We
survived COVID.
Breakups. We survived out of state fucking.
Right.
Stalking, I guess you could say.
You could say that.
I mean,
some people would say that.
I don't know.
So guys, thanks for listening. We really, really do appreciate you. We love you. And we're back for the long haul until, something might happen where someone might be gone for an extended period of time. But we're here, and as of now, we will do our darndest. We'll be back every fucking week. You know what I'm saying? We'll be back every fucking week. If we have to bank 17 episodes, that's just something that we have to do.
Yeah.
You understand?
I'm here.
Because we're not going to fucking leave you. We're just not going to do it. You have any parting words? Oh, guys, to help us out, that's how you help us out. You share. You leave a rating on iTunes. You like, you subscribe, and you share.
Spotify,
share,
YouTube,
share,
and Instagram.
Like,
if you're not following
share,
and subscribe to all of those things, like
we have 400 followers on Instagram, and we don't have 400 subscribers.
Yeah.
That don't even sound right. I don't know. I don't want to.
Steal your fucking grandma's phone.
Just subscribe. Who's even on YouTube enough to just subscribe?
They don't watch it. Just subscribe.
No one even cares.
And then tell your family. Who cares? You'll be like, oh, by the way, babe, there's a new podcast, and I know them, and they're super famous. You should subscribe, and you should listen. Be cool,
Don't be uncool.
Don't be uncool. Right. We love you. We appreciate your service. God bless you.
Yes.
Until next time, nothing's real. It's all fake, and it's beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh!
What?
I got a sweatshirt made for myself.
No one got me a sweatshirt.
I was gonna, but it was way too expensive.
That quote, I want one.
It's the podcast logo in the front, and then it's that quote in the back.
Real, it's all
nothing's real.
You ordered one for yourself.
Yeah, it was too expensive. Mine alone was $50.
I would have Venmo'd you money.
Okay, we can do it.
Well, actually, take it out of the money that you owe me.
I don't owe you.
You owe me money because I bought Sun Chips and Sprite. And then I also our cell phone bill just came out today. I'm actually gonna request you on Venmo.
So I don't owe you anything because you haven't even requested it.
Okay, but
on air, I will Venmo you right now.
Venmo.
Because I have so much.
Do you know how much it is?
It's
160
probably
divided by 2.
No, it's not.
Okay.
How every fucking month it goes up $1. It started at 70. Now it's fucking 80.
Look, your monthly
You owe more than me. You owe more than me.
All right, hold on. $157.
You owe more than me.
$79. We're gonna Venmo.
You're such a fucking scumbag.
It's so funny because he has an iPhone and his insurance is actually $2 more than mine.
No, it's not. Yours went up, and you know it did, bitch.
Okay, look at the phone that
you know it did. You know yours went up, you son of a bitch.
Can you believe that I got an email that someone tried to log into my Venmo?
We gotta go. Guys, thank you.
Someone tried to log into my Venmo.
Shut the fuck. Oh, wait. Okay. Well, until next time.
Until next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
This the way it is. Fade away 3 and I make it in. Break your ankles cause your paper's thin. Money sign, that's what baby paper is. I don't care about that though. Gotta go.